I don't know about you guys, but for me, anytime I get the opportunity to check out a Breitling, I'm going to jump at it. So thankfully, Richard over at Saltzman's was able to send over the Aerospace EVO. This is the black dial. Obviously, there's also a blue dial, which Breitling blue dials are amazing. There's a ton of blue dial Breitlings out there, and I happen to have that one right now. But the blue dial EVO is equally as amazing. But the black one is just clean, classic, and timeless for sure. So let's get into it. This is just going to be a quick video, guys. I'm not going to get into crazy detail or anything. Like, there's already a ton of detailed videos out on these Breitling Aerospace. This is just kind of a general overview. So we're looking at a 43 millimeter case. The case is titanium. The best I can tell, without absolute confirmation, should be grade 2 titanium. You have 51.5 millimeter lug to lug. You can see a really nice thin case at 11 millimeter to the flat sapphire crystal, which is like almost non-existent to the naked eye because of the AR coating on the top and the bottom. It's so well done on Breitlings. And you have a nice little turn down on the lugs too, so it's going to add in the comfort. So don't be scared off by the 43 by 51.5 case, because this also is super light at only 105 grams with all of the links. This is brand new, not sized. I'm not peeling any stickers or anything like that. 22 millimeter lug width here. Bracelet tapers down just a little bit to 20. And then you have a full titanium clasp as well for micro adjust. Kind of the old school clasp here that I think a lot of people are griping about. I think I might be in the camp of I like these clasps. I honestly, to a certain extent, I kind of hope they don't change it. I know that's going to be open for some ridicule there, because I think a lot of people would like to see a new clasp. I'm just afraid they're going to make it thick and bulky, and this one's nice and thin, and it just works. The Colt that I've had and the Super Ocean I had both had this style clasp, but in the stainless steel, and I had zero issue with it. It was super easy to operate, and it worked fine. So, kind of a smaller crown at just under 6 millimeter. I think it's like 5.7. It's a non-screw down 100 meter water depth rating on this. It does have a 120 click dive bezel as well. And the crown function, you know, you can pull it out and push it in actually too to operate like the chronograph. So just real quick, I'll try to show this on that digital display. You should be able to, like, I think I was getting a better result turning it backwards, but like you turn it. So that's the countdown timer, which you have to set every time. Nick Shabazz talked about that, and I'm also not a big fan of it. So there's a second time zone. So it has like a GMT function. There's the chronograph. So basically you push it in and it just starts the chronograph. It's a 1/100th of second chrono, and it works. I mean, this thing is super, super accurate, so it will be the chronograph. So you can stop it there, and then you can push it in to reset it, and then you can cycle back through. There's an alarm function. It's in off position because I don't know how to set all this stuff, man. I'm not going to even pretend I do. So, and then you can go blank screen there, which is going to help a little bit with the power reserve. You can see it's kind of a smudge magnet too. And there you have timing. You know, there's different displays you can have it locked in on. Typically what most people are going to run, you know, because this is like your seconds counter here. So typically what most people are going to run is this configuration right here. I think this is how I would use it, and I think most of you would as well. So it's going to be Tuesday the 8th, and then you have your hour and minute. There's no running seconds on the dial, but you can obviously tell it's working. Let's see. Now that we're looking at up close, you can see like there's, you know, a little bit of dust there, and you will see like some smudging on the crystal, but you can see how clear it is. You have a nice applied 12, 3, 6, and 9 that are like fully polished, and when they catch the light, wow, do they catch the light. Handset also super good polishing on that, and then the B winged logo there. So instead of just the simple B like on some of these other models, I think most of us prefer that on the dial instead of the standard B. At least I do. Maybe you guys don't. So, and then this newer model EVO, I'm not sure when they really changed it up, but they have like killer lume on this. When we go to do the lume shot, I guarantee you're going to be impressed. Plus you have the oversized pip up there at the 60, which is also very, very easy to spot. Case back, I'll show you, but there's a sticker on there I'm not going to peel off, so you can kind of just try to read through there. But it is a nice, it has multiple screws holding it down. It's not a screw in, it's a screw down. So I know some people actually prefer this on the rubber strap or some other strap instead of the bracelet. I'm a bracelet guys. I'm a bracelet guy, guys. You guys know that. So, and I like titanium. I have a couple other titanium watches, and I absolutely love them. They just are a little more resilient when hot and cold climates and the transfer of heat to and from your skin. It just seems like it's a little more neutral. So let's check out the bezel action. It's actually super easy to turn. Typically on some Breitlings, you'd have to use these rider tabs for traction. This one, you can even kind of turn it without those, but it's certainly easier with the rider tabs. But nice, clean, smooth, consistent action all the way around. There's no play. More like just a little bit of setback. And then that 60 pip actually protrudes just over the crystal a little bit. So that's kind of a cool little feature. I think I covered everything. The only other thing, well, a couple things. It has a minute repeater. I didn't even, like, you can get into that, but nobody uses a minute repeater. Does anybody watching this ever use a minute repeater? Essentially what it is, it's an audible tone, a series of audible tones that will actually tell you the time. So if you can't see it, but I don't know, I just don't think it's necessary. I know there's some mechanical ones out there, and I think people go gaga over those, but it's cool when it's like a, maybe in that fashion, but like in the, I don't know. I just don't need it. The other thing is this is like a, like I said, it's a SuperQuartz, but it's a COSC SuperQuartz, temperature compensated, all that good stuff. It should run plus minus 0.07 seconds per day. Yeah, so it's going to be spot on. All right, price on it, $43.75, $4,375. Wow, for a quartz watch, right? It's not your regular everyday quartz watch. And actually, they were having problem getting these modules, I think, when I was talking to Richard over at Saltzman's, because there was quite a time frame there. Because I had asked him probably 6 months ago, hey, I'm like, can I check out Aerospace? And he's like, I can't really get them right now. So he finally got some in, and he hit me up, and hey, I have one. Do you want to check it out? Yeah, absolutely, I want to check it out. So thanks for thinking of me, Richard. I appreciate it. Here it is on my 7 1/4 inch wrist. Guys, these are, I've noticed people that have like just one, maybe a couple watches, maybe a dress watch, and then a regular everyday watch. Often it's one of these. Actually, I spotted an acquaintance I met through my wife's work, Hans. Actually, he lives overseas now. Well, he's from overseas, but I noticed he was wearing a Breitling Aerospace, and I would suspect that's pretty much like his just everyday regular watch. And I could see the appeal to it because you're good to go. Like, you know, you have to have it sent in for, you know, or have it taken care of by a watchmaker and have a battery put in every so often, but it gives you an end-of-life battery notice and everything like that, and you put a new battery in it and you're pretty much good to go. So pretty killer watch if you ask me, and you're going to get a discount. Most people are not going to pay full retail on these, I don't think, unless something's changed. But let's check this lume. I told you, killer lume. It's going to be super legible. And this is something, if I'm being quite honest with you guys, I care less and less about lume. Trust me, I like the lume just like you guys do, and it's cool and everything like that. But when it's dark, I don't really care what time it is. I'm ready to go to bed. Like, it's not that big of a deal to me. So anyway, guys, thanks for watching. Big thanks to Richard over at Saltzman's for sending this over. Even in low light, look at that. I have just a little bit of light off to my right, and you can see that 12, 3, 6, and 9. Hopefully you guys are picking that up. All right, guys, I'll see you on the next vid.